Hey there, we're Nigel and Sue and we're travelling Australia in our self-converted camper van. Last week we took an off-road adventure in the Pilbara region and this week we're exploring the area again, but this time our adventures don't go according to plan when we get kind of lost. Eventually we find a great swimming spot and then we visited an amazing Aboriginal Rock Art gallery you've probably never even heard of. Hey friends, so before we left Newman, we wanted to come and explore one more place in the van, which is called Weeli Wolli Springs, and it's 37 kilometres down a dirt road. Been over maybe 3 or 4, lost count, dry creek crossings, and then there's this water crossing. The van is just up there in the bushes and we've walked down to investigate, but this is the river crossing, so I think we would get hung up. I think our wheelbase is too long. It's a big no to crossing this river, so we're not going to get all the way to the main Weeli Wolli site. We're only like a kilometre or so from the waterhole, so we've made the decision to not drive across because it is a little bit hairy. So we're just packing up the van here. We're going to grab some backpacks, grab our walking shoes and make our way on foot down to the actual Weeli Wolli waterhole. We put the drone up to have a better look. We could see water, but no definite water holes.
So keen to drive the van through there, but for the sake of 1 to 2 k's of walking, discretion was the better part of valour.
So we're walking along this road now, following the river, which you can probably see that line of trees just below the ridge there. And I think we've got about a kilometre to walk. What a strange thing to see out in the middle of the outback. So we're now following a little cow foot track, which hopefully will take us to some waterholes at the bottom of this range here. We walked down to the river and then along the watercourse. We were actually following Nigel's topographic map, which told us there should have been a waterhole here, only about a kilometre from where we'd parked the van. But our search was proving fruitless and we walked through jungle and ankle-deep water. I just decided to go in or fall in. It is so warm, isn't
it? So this has turned out to be quite a little adventure. Got a little bit lost, but anyway, we just had a swim, which is nice. And we're going to try and make our way back to the main track to find the real Weeli Wolli.
So we've come back to the road and we're continuing along now. Hopefully there'll be a better waterhole where the road next meets the river, which is in about another 1 kilometre. We shall see. I keep seeing this rock. Just check out the layers in it. Looks like a licorice allsort. We kept walking on, searching for this elusive pool. We put the drone up again, and while the scenery was beautiful, still no sign of any major waterhole.
Kind of hear water, but some are over there. Yeah, I don't know. A bit of a lost cause, really. Shame. The water's not flowing very fast at all here. Barely a trickle. So we'll see if we can find a better water hole on our way back.
Well friends, it's been a super long walk for not much reward. We had that one little swim, but unfortunately we didn't find the nice springs that we were looking for. So we've been walking along this nasty corrugated road for probably a couple of hours. Too long, Nigel just said. We're almost back to the van. We're looking forward to having a nice long drink of water. We are almost back at the van, and in the creek bed here, so the water crossing's just behind me, we found this track, which I guess we kind of didn't see on the way. And now Nigel's walking down there and he said, you know, we'll have to go and see what's down here. And I said, if we find a nice water hole down here, I'm going to belt you with my thongs. Oh my God, you guys, would you look at this? Nigel's looking very meek. Shallow though. Well friends, I guess that just goes to show that not every adventure ends at a beautiful waterfall. With that said, I'm going to strip off and jump in this water.
So we made it to the waterhole. Just down from the van. Epic spot. It's like a little oasis. It's been a really cool afternoon. Yeah, I don't know. It almost looks like something's broken there. It doesn't it? It looks like something's actually. Yeah, like a, yeah, definitely. Anyway, the van's up there. It would have been cool to get it down by the river, but anyway, come on.
Well, in the end, it actually turned out really good. We had a nice long walk, got some good exercise, and we ended up finding a great water hole. So we're just going to move the van now because it's not exactly flat. We're going to put it over here behind me in a nice flat spot and just park up here for the night. Good morning friends, we've just woken up in this beautiful spot where we wild camped last night, right by the river, and this morning before we head off we're going to walk a little bit further downstream and see if we can find some more nice little pools to go for a quick swim, and then we're going to be heading off on the road. But yeah, so this was beautiful. We just wild camped here. Pretty much just at the end of the road where the road turns to go down to the first river crossing. So we found this little spot. Obviously a lot of people have been camping here with the fires. Right by the river. So yesterday when we were driving down, we could see this looked like a picnic area, and last night we could hear a funny noise. I don't know if you can hear it now, but we've come to investigate, and check this out. Crazy just watching the water come up through there. So this is water that comes from where they're mining, and they just pipe all of the water out of the way. We're going to go down a little bit where it's a bit safer to feel the temperature of the water. We noticed when we walked across it was quite warm, so obviously it's a bit torrential there, but we'll check it out here. So we've just come exploring and we found this really cool spot with a little cascade.
Yeah, never one to shirk the opportunity to go for a dip. This is awesome.
In his red grundies.
What did you just say?
I said this is amazing.
It really is. This is like the natural spring. This is what exploring is all about, because we really didn't know much about this place. So yeah, a very pleasant surprise. This is just copying. This
I don't know if I can do one.
It's all in the preparation. No, lost the form. Lost the form.
This is just like incredible, you know. As we keep exploring here, we keep finding better and better things and places. The water is so clear. There's little fish in there, and we've just found palm trees out here in the middle of the Pilbara, in the middle of the desert. After that amazing find and another swim, it was time to hit the road. We were heading to Wanna Munna Gorge. While this spot is listed on Wikicamps, there's no signpost directing you off the main highway, and we actually drove straight past it the first time. When we did find the turnoff, we found another rough track. Well, on the recommendation of our friends Sharon and Darren from Travelling with Crow's Feet, we've come down to Wanna Munna Gorge, which was a very interesting drive in.
Yeah, a bit hectic.
Good old Nige and his...
Had to go the beastie.
Yeah. So now we're walking down. I'm glad we didn't drive down this part. There's some Aboriginal rock art here, carvings into the rock. So we'll go down and check it out. You can camp here apparently. Can you see that?
Kangaroo.
Yeah. So this entire gorge that we're in is all filled with all this incredible art. It's just amazing. Again, you know, no signposts sending us in here, and we've just been left to find this for ourselves. Our favourite kind of exploration. We haven't been able to find out much about the petroglyphs, the rock carvings here. There's very little information on the internet about how old they are and what the carvings represent. Perhaps that is why this site is so special. It's a reminder of a culture almost lost, a look back in time where we can wonder and come up with our own stories and interpretations. We love just wandering around, finding different carvings in the rocks and trying to figure out what they were. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please give us a thumbs up and join us next time as we drive the reddest dirt roads we've ever seen and explore the amazing gorges of Karijini National Park. You don't want to miss this one. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.